Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to feature the dining room, and it's a modeling AAC at-home video. So as I said, we're in the dining room. This is a great place for communication, and so we're going to talk about how you can use the communication, provide aided language input, and elicit different types of communication from your AAC user. So first off, this is sometimes a great place out of most of the places in a house to be able to nicely sit the AC device on the table and to be able to use that to communicate. So that's definitely one option for you to be able to get access, because access is always the first thing that we have to look at for communication and using an AAC system. So, but sometimes that device will come home and it really needs to be put on the charger, or it's not working. Maybe you already have a full table the way it is, and you don't want it to be on the table, but you still want to provide communication to your child or your AAC user, right? So that's why a low-tech menu communication board is awesome. If you haven't watched my other videos, please go do so. But in there I talk about how we have these posted around the house in different rooms to do just that, to provide that access to our son to help augment his speech and help supplement it. So these are a great alternative. They're reproducible and they don't get in the way too much. So you can just lay it on the table, and it could be great for communication. So this is a low-tech menu communication board. Mine is from Saltillo, that's what we use in our house, but whatever system you may use, if it's Lamp Words for Life, Snapcore, Proloquo, if you're using Cough Drop, go to those vendors, their sites, and you can download these menu communication boards for free so that you can have them, in your purse, backpack, and around the house as well. So I have the Tell Me Vocabulary version from Saltillo's site. I like to use this one in our different rooms because it gives me access to family members, that vocabulary, and it also gives me access to lots of adjectives, which I really like throughout our house because we're often using them, especially whenever we're going to be eating or doing anything at the table. Same and different, big and little, those are some good words to have. So then up here at the top I have fringe vocabulary, because fringe is just as important. You just want to find that balance between your core vocabulary, the words that we use every day in multiple environments for multiple communication purposes. But fringe is also important, especially during mealtime. We want to be able to express certain things. So go to the Basque AAC site. I've stated this in other videos as well, but the Basque AAC YouTube channel, I'm a co-collaborator on that one. And we show you step-by-step how to go to Saltillo's website and be able to download their emulator software and to be able to capture these symbols up here at the top. And then that's just how I made that fringe strip there at the top. So the fringe words that I picked were chair, table, I have plate, bowl, cup, glass, spoon, knife, fork, and napkin, because our children participate in the whole setting of the table. And so those are good words for us to have, as well as food. And then I put on some extra adjectives as well with yummy and yucky, because those are ones that we use a lot with our food as well. All right, so if we think about setting the table, for instance, if that's our first thing that we're going to do in this room, what kind of language could I provide aided language input for, as well as what kind of language can I elicit from them? So with setting the table, it's going to be a lot of me giving them directives, especially initially whenever I'm first teaching that skill. So we're going to say, okay, we're going to put the plate down. First, we need to get the plate. So we're going to get the plate and we're going to put it down. Whose spot is this? So then I can do a question and elicit that response. Oh, that's brother's spot. Yep, brother sits there, or whoever his name is. But then I can also have that as that visual support that I'm providing. Okay, I wonder, what do we need next? And they could tell me to get the napkin. All right, let's get a napkin. So I could be giving them directives of like put and get, or they could be giving me the directives as well. We talked about the questions and then the response to that. Another communication function that we could have as well is they could be requesting. So they could request that I want to get the fork. I want to do the forks. Okay, you can go get the fork. So requesting, giving directives, answering questions, labeling are all great things that we could do while setting the table. And describing as well, like this glass may be bigger than his cup. So we could do a little bit of describing between them as well, that they're different. So that's where that word would come into play as well. All right, so then another activity that we all do whenever we're at the table, right, is eating. So with eating, we can be describing our food. We could be requesting, that's usually a pretty popular one, right? They could tell me that they want to have a big slice of pizza, or they want just a little bit of carrots. So they could be requesting, they could tell me their needs, give me a napkin please if they had an accident or a spill. They could be requesting assistance and saying, I need help, either scooping it out or cutting something open. So requesting assistance by saying help, giving us commands, like maybe you do it, putting the food on their plate, or cutting it as well, or pouring something. So giving commands, requesting, we've talked about describing, and requesting assistance. We could do commenting. Commenting is really big for food. I mean, I've told you about the yummy and yucky were some words that I had. So like, these grapes are yummy. That cooked spinach, it's yucky. We could also use good and bad in that instance. That pizza was good. Those oranges, they were bad and sour. We could say that as well. We could express our feelings when it comes to the food. That it made me feel sad that I had to eat all of my vegetables. Or I feel happy whenever I get to have dessert after I eat my dinner. We could go back to commenting and also use the like and don't. I like it whenever we all get to have dessert. Or I don't like the hamburger whenever it's burnt. So things like that. Also during mealtime, it doesn't always have to be about the food. We could just have a conversation about our day. It's really important for us as communication partners to provide that aided language input on that, and to teach them how to have a conversation during mealtime and to engage them in that. So we could talk about, what did you do today? And we could even give them options using our core board. Sorry. Did you watch a movie? Did you read a good book? Did you play something fun? And then just work them through that process of, after asking the question, giving them the options, and then working through that and being able to elaborate on what they did. We could also have them ask questions of other people, like, who went to work today? Or what did Daddy do today? Where did you go today? So then just having a conversation about your day, or what your plans are for the next day, or after dinner, or breakfast, or lunch, whenever you're having that meal as well. So there are just some options of, one, how to provide access to communication at the dinner table, how to have communication if you're setting up the table, and then how to have what type of communication and aided language input to be providing while you're eating the meal, and then just your conversation that you may have during the meal as well. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel down below and turn on the bell so that you get notifications of when new videos are uploaded. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love to hear from you if you would love to leave a comment. Thank you so much, and make sure to go check out other modeling AAC at home videos.